Hello everyone, my name is Nathan, you're watching the Leviathan, and welcome back to What Remains of Edith Finch. So we now just figured out what happened to our mother's brothers and stuff, or our uncles. They both died at very young ages, and a very huge correlation there between us and her, because both of our siblings died at fairly young ages. Though our older brother was actually pretty old, actually. No, 1988. Yeah, no, he was actually in his 20s, right? So he was actually quite a bit older than the rest. But, like, we both, you know, it's kind of odd correlations there. Oh, can we climb the rock wall? That's a very odd thing to have in your house. You know, the one thing I have to say is, this isn't a very good representation of Washington, because it's not freaking raining, guys. I mean, everything else is, like, perfect, but where's the rain? Huh? Where be that rain, guys? Okay, in any case, I think we need to climb to get out of here. It is interesting because we're finding all these roundabout ways into these different rooms because our mother sealed them all off. Yeah, house rules. No playing outside without permission. No answering for doors for strangers. No messes after dark. All chores before dark. Respect others. Okay. Emergency evac. This guy was very well organized. Even had shit. What word am I thinking of? Inspirational. Why can I never think of words, guys? Please explain. Yeah, inspirational posters there. All for the Marines, it looks like.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Yeah, I probably would too.
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Yeah, so her father, Sam, died what would appear in the hunting accident, right? He fell. Let's look at this first.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Interesting. It's odd that her mom, like, really didn't tell her much about anything. And look, India. Did she go to India? Yeah, it looks like she went to India, helped out doing something.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Okay. Interesting. Oh, so that confirms that these leaves that are kind of separate, that aren't colored in, are in fact people who married into the family versus being Finches through birth. Okay, 10 ways to teach critical thinking. Fly to India. It's still so bizarre that all of this stuff is here. Like, it's all pristine and kept in place. Just very bizarre. Okay, was there anything else? Oh, no. Here we go. Let's go outside.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
So Lewis was born in India. Interesting. So it would appear that Edith is actually
When
a
my
lot
dad
younger
died,
than
I don't think Mom knew where else to
the rest
go.
of her family. Okay.
I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Interesting. So before her mom left, she was very close to Edie. But when she came back, she may have been close right off the bat too. But it seems like later on in life, they became less and less close. Milton.
And to see kids in the house again.
Yeah, I wonder if at that point in time, if Edith was the last person left alive. Well, no, at that point in time, no, not her brother, her son, I guess, would still be living here.
The house had to get a little bigger, but
The one that lived
Edie was
underground?
used to that.
See, that's the thing. Why did the house have to get bigger? Why are they adding on to the house every time instead of using rooms that are vacant? I mean, I understand, like, the whole, like, leave something space because you care about who used to live there. But it's just a very odd concept to just
And
add
for a
on to the
while,
house.
things were good. Almost normal.
Fact or fiction? Multiplication tables. Ah, because your mom was a teacher, were you homeschooled?
But it didn't last.
Interesting. Scientific method. Observation. Question, research, hypothesis, experiment. Data. I thought that said death for a second. I was like, I don't think that's part of it. Conclusion. Anything that I can look at? To teach and to learn. Okay, so that looks like it's a picture of all of our family together. That must be us, that little baby. Kind of looks like it's photoshopped together, guys. I gotta be honest here. Not sure if our family was ever real. Who's been lying to me this entire time? Okay, let's head on. Oh, don't get blown off.
Beginning at the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Very odd. So this is where Milton lives. Are we gonna figure out what happened to him next? That would be awesome. These are the type of things you dream of when you're a kid. When you're like, oh man, I would live in like a tower. Awesome. Love it. I like that picture. Now that right there looks a lot like The Unfinished Swan. So he was an artist. That's actually a very... Oh my gosh.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
This music. This is all from the Unfinished Swan. That picture is all from the Unfinished Swan. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, I like that. References. And this tower. This tower is from the Unfinished Swan as well. Oh, that's so true, isn't it? Oh, that's... Oh, interesting. Oh, I like it. No, this is... Oh. Now, is this just a, Easter egg? Well, not Easter eggs, because it's very obvious, but is this just a reference, or is this actually trying to be actually physically connected to each other? Because this is 100% the Unfinished Swan. When I saw the yellow footsteps, I was like, oh, are they just kind of referencing it here? And then I looked up, I was like, those pictures. Milton. Yeah, this is 100% Unfinished Swan. Oh, that's cool. I love the Unfinished Swan. That was an amazing game. It took me a little bit too long to get through that series, which is one of the reasons when I came to this one, I was like, playing it through all in one sitting, or as much as possible in one sitting. But yeah. Very, very bizarre.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
The Magic Paintbrush. Oh, how do I do it? Oh, is he like the artist? Haha. Oh my goodness. I love how they're like referencing back to the last game. I love it. Like I said, the Unfinished Swan was the only other game this studio has released up till this point. And so far, it's been a while since that game came out, but I'm actually happy because that means they're actually willing to take the time to make a spectacular game. Wait a minute, how did that?
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
That didn't. Can I look at that again? I want to look at that again. Can I run through that again, please? Can I? Come on, I didn't understand how that connected his death at all. And once again, he disappeared. He didn't necessarily die. Like, because that's why his says 1992. Interesting. So what happened to him? But I love the connection. I love the connection. Like I said, I love that game, so... And if you haven't played that game,
Mom
you should
spent
definitely
months
look into
searching for
playing
my
it.
brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Ah, sorry about the dogs in the background. Man, there's so much noise going on in the background of this house. Frustrating. Frustrating for recordings. Must say, I must
Whatever Milton
declare.
had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
What was that? She don't want him getting out? Oh, we still have up to go. Is this where her other brother was? Yeah, because it would appear that all the downstairs rooms were already taken by previous family members. So all this stuff up top that was added onto in very precarious ways is all the stuff for them. So which one's
Mom
our
definitely
room?
blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
Interesting. So that must be the moment where her and Edie kind of broke apart, where they used to be, very close.
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
I don't know why that dog won't shut up. I don't know how much my mic picks up some of that stuff, but I apologize for it. Oh, is that his room? Oh, can we sit on this? Which one's our room? We haven't seen our room. That might be the last area we go to. Can I sit down? I want to sit down. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty right there. Oh yeah, that's so Washington. That is so Washington right there. Okay, we're going through here, I guess? How did they get the boat up here? I mean, I guess I really shouldn't be asking that question because, I mean, everything else is kind of very bizarre already, but... Interesting. I wonder who I've missed, family-wise, because we're already getting to the younger... I mean, to our siblings. But actually, let me check that quickly. Sorry to cut you off, Edith, but I want to check. So we still don't know what happened to Edie and Dawn, but actually Lewis is, in fact, the last one, I think. Yes? 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 No? Okay, yeah. I don't know if Edith or our mom's going to have
very, one. Very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Yeah. Very, very nice, man. Yeah, so he was definitely in his 20s. Oh, he's a gamer? Oh, oh, man, I wish I had this computer, man. Can I have your computer, dude? I know you're not using it anymore. It's a little rude to ask under these circumstances, but... Dawn Finch. I like the psychedelic
Dear
music,
Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed...
Holy crap, where did that blood come from?
Daily life.
Okay, just doing my job. Whoop, whoop.
He kept working at the camp.
There we go. Oh, yeah, cut that head off. Oh, yeah, I love my job. Just cutting
In our
fish's
sessions,
heads
I
off.
saw the same behavior.
So
His
he had
mind began
substance
to
abuse.
Wander.
What the heck? Oh, what?
I asked him to describe it.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, I like this.
He said he started
It's gonna be
small,
difficult because I have to do both at the same time.
imagining a labyrinth.
Yeah, let me just go down this way.
He'd feel his way about.
Oh, is this him, like, imagining
something
while
new.
he's working?
Bats.
Bats.
And
Bats.
toads.
And toads. Oh, no, get away from me, you wicked toads. I don't like you. Okay. Oh, no, darn it, sorry,
And
Mr. Fish.
things that have not names.
Is there gonna be monsters? Oh, I like this. This is a really cool
He knew it was all in his head.
little game. Oh, no, sorry, Mr. Fishy.
But he took it very seriously.
Well, of course, you take the matters of
I had
imagination
hoped
very
he'd find
seriously.
himself.
Oh my goodness, I like how it's slowly becoming better and better, like,
But
graphically.
he found something more.
Oh, but now we got a side-on view.
I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery.
Well, you know, when you have jobs that just are repetition and
I
repetition,
spoke with his boss.
you really need the daydream. I
But
mean,
he said Lewis had become a model employee.
trust me, when I worked at McDonald's,
Methodical, tireless,
100% I
focused.
turned off my brain 90% of the time. 100% I turned off.
Like a whole new
Still
Lewis.
have my brain turned off. But like, yeah,
So I let him go on.
I turned my brain off like all the time. Like, what the heck? Like, who wants to be thinking constantly? Wait, what? I can't see. I can't see, man. What? How am I supposed to be doing the thingies when I can't see the thingies that need to be doing? So I let him go on. I can't go anymore. Oh, I can. Okay, never mind. We're exiting. Okay. This is a really
I even
cool little mini
encouraged
game.
him. It seemed very promising at first.
Okay. Oh, hey,
He told me
doggy.
he'd made a new friend.
Oh, how's it going? Can I talk to you? Hey, come on, man. Come this way. Let's go set up the campfire. I can't get over there, man.
On
Sorry.
the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Oh, let's cut that fish down. Oh, I love Lewis-topia. It's kind of like Nathan-topia.
He built the
I love
city up
visiting it.
slowly, brick by brick.
Hey, man. How's it going? You know, I built this city. This city's amazing. It's all my imagination.
Then he made musicians.
You know, you can't have a good city without some musicians. They'll be filling it with the music. Hey guys! Oh, praise be me. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for your praise.
and songs for them to play.
This is kind of cool. I mean, it's not kind of cool. It is cool.
He talked about starting a band,
Let's start a band, guys. Let's do it.
and he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Oh yes, out of my way, fish people. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
He no longer spoke at the cannery,
Well, because the cannery doesn't exist anymore. I mean, look at this freaking world.
but his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination,
True.
so he could do whatever he wished.
Very, 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 very true. So I would submit that sometimes it's
He
hard to
held
get
an
your
election
imagination to
for
do
me.
what you want. Sometimes it likes to do its own little things.
And he won.
I am king! King of all
They begged
this
him to
land!
stay, but his mind was already wandering.
Sorry, guys, sorry. I know I'm your king, but I got to go.
It became a game for him.
My goodness, there is so much production value put into some of these little mini games.
He'd conquer a city, then
I'd play
immediately
an entire
push on.
game just this. I mean, cutting the fish's heads off would be a little
New
odd.
Louisville.
New Louisville. I mean, you can't have too many Louisvilles.
St. Louis.
Oh yeah, no, you can't have too many towns named Louis, I guess.
He started drifting away from our reality.
Interesting. So he's slowly entering like a completely other world. This is fantastic.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the
Minneapolis,
cannery.
okay. You just sat there chopping fish's
Even
heads
as
off.
his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
Oh, that's sad. That's sad, man. Well, we're in our own world. Why would we go home when we're epically exploring the world, guys? I mean, look at this place. This is magnificent.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
Ooh, handsome queen.
handsome queen.
Yes, let's go see this handsome queen. Oh, handsome queen, I've come to find you. Oh, I like this. I like how there's like writing on.
The queen was on her own
like,
quest for
rainbow, radiant rainbows, sinister. Well, no, I like the sinister serpents. That sounds just my
sinister
speed.
serpents.
Well, yeah, I like how the mountains are like all writing. Oh yeah. Hey, you sinister serpent, out of my way. You don't know me, but my name's Louis.
He followed the
It's like a
sound of
choose
her.
your own adventure now. Oh, hey, Mr. Serpent. Silver harp. Oh no, electric guitar all the way, man. Yeah,
Electric
rocking it
sitar.
out. Oh, can't miss these. Yeah. Let's play that psychedelic rock. Okay.
His chase led him to
Where
a
is
golden
this going?
palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
Okay, well, are we gonna see the handsome queen finally?
Even then, his logic remained sound.
Well, I mean, yeah, just because you're in your imagination land doesn't mean logic doesn't still
He knew
exist.
the world was all in his imagination.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I know I'm crazy, but like I like being crazy, I mean, why would I stop being crazy?
But he was so proud of having created it.
How much production value went into this little mini game? I mean, this is insane. You could
In
make
his
an
own
entire
eyes,
game off this.
he'd
I
become
would play an
something
entire
greater
game
than
like
king.
this. And I like how it keeps kind of advancing too. It keeps changing in style. First it was top down, very minimalistic, and now it's
For
actually
someone
like
who'd never known success
third
in the real
person
world,
behind our
I think
character.
it was overwhelming. And
That
then
is
it
the
struck
thing.
him
When you can imagine
that the
success,
real Louis was not the one chopping salmon,
when you can
but the
imagine
one
success,
climbing the steps of a golden palace.
it's difficult to go on in life when you're not finding it in life. I mean, you're kind of like, I can lay here and imagine everything being perfect.
imagination is as
why
real
would
as
I
my
want to
body,
go and fail in real life? But in the end,
It was hard to argue with him.
we're in the cannery. In the end, we're in the cannery. No matter what we imagine, I guess. But yeah, like, I mean, I understand that. Like I said, when I was working at McDonald's for a long time, I used to just kind of turn off my brain and just imagine everything. Imagine being
Began to
anywhere
forget
but
the
there.
world we know.
Is this a cannery?
I think
Or
it
is this
pained
my
him to
kingdom?
remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Oh, it pained him to remember himself. No, I know, that's what I was about to say. Like, it just, you didn't want to think about where you were. Like,
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
I think I mentioned this before, like, before I graduated college and stuff, the first time getting my AA. You know, I had all these plans of things I wanted to do with my life. All these ideas. And then, like, I came out and I thought I was going to do them, and then I ended up working at McDonald's for almost 2 years and just doing nothing with my life. And, you know, like, afterwards it was like, I don't want to be this person anymore. And to some extent, that's why I started doing YouTube later on, near the end of when I was working at McDonald's. That was the last few months. Is I'm tired of being this person, just going constantly to work every day and just imagining that I could be doing YouTube. Like, I would literally sit there for hours on end just doing my job with my brain turned off and just sitting there imagining what I could be doing. And it was actually literally imagining starting a YouTube channel for the longest part there and stuff. And just finally one day I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't just sit here and imagine doing something. I need to try. And so that's why I did YouTube and stuff. So I really understand where Finch is coming from. I mean, obviously he's gone a little bit more than I'd say I ever went, but, you know, one can never say. I went pretty mad there for a while. One could
I
say
still
that I'm
thought I could
still
save him.
quite mad.
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Oh no, how did he die?
The palace would be packed with his companions.
Hey guys! Woo! Your king's here! Mwah, mwah. Thank you, thank you! Thank you for believing in me! Thank you so much, dear people! Why, thank you, Georgie! Yes, just drum away! Yes.
Including
Your
the
king is
wise
back!
Calico,
Your king
who
is here!
insisted on advising him.
Oh. Well, I don't know if I need advisors. You know, I mean, geez. Well, hello, dear sir. Hello. Quite good to see you. Can I get crowned already? I mean, I love this celebration and all, but I kind of want to be crowned already.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
Oh, my queen! Oh. Is that a guillotine? Is that a guillotine?
There was only one thing left to do.
Oh, man. You gotta be kidding me. Don't do it, Lewis. I mean, there's nothing we can say. This is all in the past.
Bend down his head.
Lewis. Poor guy.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Oh, that sucks. Hey, no, NVIDIA, I don't care. Okay, you know what? Shoot. That is sad, though. Like I
My
said,
brother was really cool.
out of all these
I wish
characters,
you could have met him.
I understand him the most. Like, I fully understand that. Oh, that's sad. Man. But yeah, like I was saying, like, I understand that mindset quite a bit. Okay. Onwards. Who do we have left? We only have our room, right? That's going to be what's at top because they're kind of adding on after each kid.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
And that's when you left.
She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
And then she died. Because the place was never cleaned up after they left.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
It sucks. So yeah, Edie died the same year, so being left alone, also feeling the same heartbreak for losing her, I guess, great-grandkids at this time. So she died, probably from that and just being so old in the first place.
I wish we'd stayed.
So is this our room? There's a lot of missing posters here. Or no, maybe this is her mom's room. Maybe my room's up there. Hold on, we'll see. Oh, packing peanuts. Oh, I like how they make the noise. Oh, that's good design right there. I love games where they put that much detail in. They're like, okay, let's make the poppy noise.
But I understand why we left.
Yeah. Sometimes this place holds on to the past quite a bit, and sometimes holding on to the past can be a problem. You should never forget the past, but sometimes holding on to it and too tightly, so much that you can't move on to the future. That's where it becomes a problem. And I'm sorry, the stream is starting to be a dick again. Edith, mom. Ah, come on, stream. See, I don't understand why the internet's doing this right now at all. I may have to take another break in a minute if this continues to act up. I apologize for that greatly, but once again, nothing I can do. So this must have been our mom's room.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Yeah, it seems like everyone left everything behind. Most people died, obviously, so that's why they left everything behind. But that's our father's vest. Oh God, you have called your servant. Okay, that's just a prayer. There's so much detail put in this game. I can imagine that you could spend hours on this game just going through reading the little things. Like unlike a lot of games, there's not notes. We're not finding notes that we have to personally read and then you can skip over. But there's tons of things just like written on the fridges. Now a lot of it is repeat stuff like this. Or like the missing posters. But you could spend a lot of time just searching for secrets.
Coming for a long time.
Okay, so this is our room.
Maybe it should have come sooner.
It's a nice view. So sad. This family, man, they really seem cursed. I mean, once again, it could be a self-fulfilling prophecy here, but they really seem to be having issues. Hopefully, Edith here, she'll be the first one to fully break that.
But it had to end one way or another.
Yeah.
All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Is that about your gran, Edith? Is that Edith, like our grand? Wait, why are we small? Wait, hold on. Are we crawling here? Just because this place, we must be crawling because this used to be our room when we were a little kid. I like the little newspaper boats and people. All that. Oh, wait a minute. Are those the people from Lewis's dreams? Did he make these for her? Oh, that's sad. Hey, Mount Rainier. How's it going? Okay, yeah, looks like this stuff might have been... I don't know, a lot of this stuff seems to be from various pasts of different people. Very interesting. But let's look at this. I think this might be Graham's. Yes, I thought it was a knife for a second. I'm like, what are you gonna do? Okay. Oh, this is ours maybe, or is this our grandma's?
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word.
And then I think she died
until supper
really
when
close
she
after.
raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Yeah, we even
Grandma,
had hand stuff back then.
You know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Okay, apparently the grown-ups are gonna argue. So she's gonna stay and she's gonna die because she can't live alone.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles.
Yeah. What's our present?
When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
Oh, there. Okay, yeah, because we haven't actually been in here, so.
Or that Edie had a key to it.
Once again, sorry about those dogs barking in the background. I have no idea what their problem is. They bark at everything. It's very frustrating. Because beyond that, they're like the perfect dogs. You know, you don't really have to worry about too much of them. They're playful when they want to be, but they're sleepy most of the time. Cuddly, you know, perfect little puppies until they decide that they need to bark.
Isn't going to end when you leave the house.
Yeah. Okay. Where's this present, Grandma?
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories.
Are they? I think you're going a little too far there,
I think
Mommy.
it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning.
It's definitely true that a lot of people have been dying in this house, so you know it might not be totally a lie that there's something wrong with this place, but I don't think it's right to put it on that old lady. But this is the notebook that we have. History of the history. So it's all the stories.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you. There's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born.
Okay.
That night, the tide went way, way out.
Are we going to go to where that light is?
Last time I ever saw the old house aground.
So we must be old
in an
Gran.
earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful.
Yeah, it does smell bad
I've
around here when the
seen
tide
that
goes
house
down.
every day of my life.
I wonder where these developers are from. It'd be interesting to know if they were from
Never
around
thought
here.
I'd go back to it.
Because Washington's kind of a strange place to choose if you're not actually from around
When
here.
the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Uh-oh. Well, I think it was straight off this way, but we're going to have trouble remembering that. Can't see.
I got turned around.
Definitely got turned around. Hey, random rock, should I turn around? Should I turn around? I'm assuming no matter what direction I walk, I'll end up somewhere. You know, you walk one way, you'll end up somewhere.
Seeing things.
Oh, hey, little deer. Bye, deer. We saw a deer when we came here, too. You're not seeing things. There was just a deer.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
I don't see what this thing is that you forgot that it existed.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me.
Okay.
Or maybe I came back to them.
I kind of feel like we're coming to the end of the story. Whether it's going to be the last episode, I don't know. I might go longer now, since we're already almost at the end of what normally would be the length of this episode. But I might just keep going, depending on how it feels once we get through this
Things
memory.
I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
Oh no, no!
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
Don't rip my book, Mom!
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
And we left at night, and then... and that's why the food's still left out on the table, because they left all of a sudden.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Bye, Granny.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
Like I thought.
After that, we moved around a
Sad
lot.
stories, man. I love doing that. I used to do that when I was a kid. How many people out there used to do that when they were a kid?
We both tried
out the
to make
window.
the best of it.
Whee! Woo! Of course, I always thought I was a fighter pilot when I was doing it. Don't ask me why.
A
But...
few years went by.
Ooh, can I blow it?
My mom didn't like to talk about it.
I really love those
But
glove things.
she started getting sick a lot.
I don't know why, but
The rest happened pretty quickly.
Okay, so she got sick. It's sad.
She
Man,
got
this
better
family's
for a while,
gone through so much.
and then she didn't.
Bye, Mommy.
And then I was alone.
Oh, look, letters.
The last Finch left alive.
What would it be like to be the last person in your entire family, especially if you had
Until
a family
I found out about you.
that had been that big? Well, I guess
I'm
now
still
she's
not sure
she's
what to
gonna
tell
be
you about all this.
a mother now, but what would
If
it
we
be
lived
like?
forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes
I guess that's
and
good advice.
appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Yeah, I guess instead of worrying about
This journal was supposed to be for you,
Uh-oh.
but now I hope you'll never see it.
Okay, why?
I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself.
Gotta be honest, this is a little weird.
But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Oh. Are you saying what I think you're saying?
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it.
Oh.
It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you
That's
to be
why
sad
we
for
had a
God.
bandage and not the
I want
gloves
you
of
to
her
be
mother.
amazed that any of us ever had a
We're
chance
not
to be here
Edith.
at all. Good luck.
Edith died giving birth. And then this is... Man, game. Don't do that to me. Ah. So, yeah, like I was saying, like, how could we play as Edith if it's what remains of Edith Finch? But the entire thing is her, like I said, writing to her kid, but her kid only read it because she died. For Shirley Dallas, 1948 to 2013. Ian Dallas, creative director. Okay, interesting. So these are all the people who helped make the game when they were kids. Oh, that is sad. So really there only is one Finch now. Unless the other brother still is alive out there. Oh, that is sad. I knew there had to be some twist at the end. So Edith is dead. And, like, giving birth, which I'm assuming that last scene was. And then her kid ends up reading the book when he's a little bit older. And coming back to the old family place, and that's him returning flowers. Engineer. Animator. Tech designer. Ah, man, this company is so good at making a story worthwhile and memorable. Like, now, the Unfinished Swan was more of an art project and very cool, like, unique type of gameplay. And this one had unique gameplay, but it wasn't so much that. This was telling a unique story in a very, very interesting way, in a very heartfelt way, in a beautiful way, really. Like, I have seldom played a game so short that tells so many interesting stories so quickly, and that you care for so many of the characters throughout. Oh, that was just a magical experience. Oh, I loved it. Like, seriously, if you get a chance to play this game, I know there's probably not much that you'd see. I mean, I'm sure there's secrets around there, but there's probably not too much that you'd see that I didn't show or whatever, but it's worth it. Play it if you get the chance. Like, seriously, like, this is spectacular. It really makes you feel for the characters, and I really enjoyed how each character had their own style of telling the story. You know, with Molly, it was turning into animals and like kind of this dream as you're reading her diary. Then there was, you know, the comic book. Then for the baby, sadly in the tub and stuff, dying. And it's interesting how pretty much all those situations were the characters dying. And yet, to some extent, it didn't feel that way. They weren't depressing situations. They weren't depressing little games. And if you notice stuff, you're like, oh, darn it, this person's about to die. You know, like early on in the Molly one, I'm like, holy crap, she's eating poisonous berries. Is that what's going to kill her? And I don't know if that ends up what happening. But she definitely died after that point. With not Beth, but something with a B, the star. Her, like, we don't really know how she died. It looks like she was murdered. And then I think the most interesting one was Lewis, the brother. And that's not just because I had a connection with the character. Like, I actually felt really connected to that character. A little too much, to be honest. Like, it was just so well designed. I could see playing a game that was that. Like, if somebody had released a game that was pretty much that gameplay, only, obviously, it would have to be a little bit more original and have stuff beyond that little short story, but a gameplay where you're going around like that, I would play a game like that. That itself could be its own game, its own experience. And, oh my goodness. The Edith Finch team, 2012 to 2017. So they've been working on that for quite a while. Man, thank you guys so much for making that. It would really interesting to see where this team is based out of. Because, like I said, there's not that many. There actually are quite a few games based in Washington. A few indie games. Oxenfree was based in Washington. I'm trying to think of some other ones off the top of my head. There's quite. Infamous Second Son is in Washington, and there's a few others out there that are. But it's kind of an odd place to choose if you don't have some connection to here in the first place, and especially choosing a place like Orcas Island and stuff, which is a real place. Oxenfree made up a place that's not a real place, but Orcas Island is a real place. I've been there when I was younger and stuff. But just a really cool game. I had such a good connection with it. It was really well paced for a game that is very linear, very much just about narrative experience, telling you what happened, and you're experiencing things, especially when it's in the past. You're experiencing it and getting a little bit of gameplay, but it's very much just kind of walk here and do that type of stuff gameplay. They did it in a really well way. It was really well paced. The music was beautiful, though there wasn't music throughout the entire game. There was actually quite a few times where there wasn't music at all. It used it extremely well, and the sound design was very nice touch to it as well. But visually and stuff, it was beautiful as well. But I think the best part came from just the plain storytelling and creating believable, interesting, unique characters, and yet still having this fantastic fantasy-like feel to everything. And yet still being grounded in reality at the same time. Just a well-worth experience. I really hope some other YouTubers play this. Like, I really want to see Jacksepticeye and Markiplier play this. I would love to see their reactions to this and stuff. But oh my gosh, thank you so much for taking the time to go on this adventure with me, to experience all the feels, to witness, genius. Really, this game is genius. And I love games like this who aren't willing to go beyond what they need to go. This experience was maybe 3 hours at the most, and they could have easily made it a lot longer, but they didn't, because this is what it needed to be. I can't imagine them making it better. I do want to apologize for the few times there was some hiccups in the recording. I had to pause a few times to answer some questions from other people and do some stuff. But thank you so much for everything and for taking the time to watch this. If you liked it, please feel free to leave a like or comment, let me know. And if you have any other suggestions of games that I should play, put those in the comments as well. I did want to mention, just in case somebody's wondering out there, I will be getting back to One Shot. I know I finished the game normally, but there is still the Solist update. I don't know when I'll be able to do that, but I'm definitely going to do that. It's just, I don't know how long it's going to take to get through it. Then we got some other good games coming up. I'm probably already uploaded the last episode of Until Dawn, but then we got Dead Space to get back to, and then is it Rise? I'm trying to think of the game. It's an indie game that's about to come out. Is it Rise? I can't remember. It's kind of shell-shaded exploration game. It looks cool. I might play that on the channel as well. Don't know though. Thank you so much for watching though, and let's do this again sometime. Bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Oh yeah, and if you guys got any theories of like, well, I mean, obviously it's pretty well theorized what happened. I mean, we don't need to theorize. It's told to us kind of what happened at the end there. But if you have any theories about stuff along the way, let me know.